Hey there, crazy kids. I am the Good Old Gamer, and welcome back to some more Steamed High and Dry The Secret World. We're continuing on with a second part of this little temporary series, just getting used to the game before I get into an actual series on it. Um, got some interesting feedback from my previous video, and so I wanted to make another video here where we're going to take a look at not this, but down here, the ability wheel, which I took a while to find last time. You can just go down here to this tab and find it. So there we go. Ability wheel, and then over here we got decks. Now I didn't mention the decks in the previous video for whatever reason. Had different things on my mind to do, but I got some feedback on these that I didn't really get into, so let's take a look at some of these. Now decks are basically character builds that you can work yourself towards. Um, and it gives you an idea of what sort of abilities and passives you can put on your character that make for good combinations and stuff. So let's take a look through these. This is the Maverick, and it starts with a pistol and blades. And there are various passive abilities like Lick Your Wounds, which is that blades? I guess that's just general blades. Um, Straight shooter. Immortal spirit. Coup de grace. And then all of these, just so you get an idea, these are all passives, all the whatever pinkish purple ones. And then these here are the active ones that you'd be using. It just, looking at these just gives you an idea of which ones you could go for. Now these are good for two reasons. One, these decks give you some goal to look at to achieve when you're leveling up your character if you want to get a certain build or whatever. And then these also allow you to switch to different builds once you've gotten most of your abilities leveled up in here. It allows you to pick your different builds depending on whatever role you want to play in, like a group setting or whatever. But you can see here it shows you which ones you need in which area in order to make the build, so that's how you know to work towards them. And one of the other benefits of decks is that you get an outfit. For each deck you're able to complete, you're rewarded with an outfit that you can wear with your character. Actually, that one looks kind of cool. That was unintentional, but that looks kind of cool. Um, I might have to work towards that for my own character. But you can look through here. There's some elite builds that are going to take you quite a while to get, because the elite builds, I'm pretty sure, use the elite abilities, which are the most expensive abilities. But you can see some of these are the more expensive abilities on the outer ring here, and you can see that this build uses quite a few of them. In fact, it's almost exclusively, except for this one here and that one there. So, but you get an outfit and a description for each one, so you can figure out what the deck is good for depending on what you want to go for. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be, if I'm even going to be going for one of these, but then you've got these here. I like to look at these. I mean, it's good to have the description and the abilities and stuff, but I like to look I like to look at them for the outfits, because that's the reward you get for them. Um, that looks kind of cool. That uses pistols and a hammer. I think that guy right there would be a mix between my character and Mind Fiend's, because I like to use pistols and he likes to use the hammer. Ooh, that one's got fists and chaos focus. That's probably another mix between my character and Mind Fiend's, because uh, he likes to use the chaos focus, and then I'm tempted to use the fists or the claws or whatever instead of the blood magic. He made a good argument. in his feedback in my previous video that the fists tend to be better healers and than the blood magic does. Blood magic is more of like a defensive sort of thing. Provides defensive buffs and stuff too. I think it heals too, but um, I think the claws do it more directly or more better than that. So we might end up going with pistols and claws, or that fists or whatever. I don't know. We can go through all of these, see what different types they use. This is blood magic and elemental things. That's a purely magic build there. That's elemental and pistols. Hammer and assault rifle, looks like. Fists and chaos. So yeah, when you're going through the decks, you're either looking at the decks for one of two reasons. Either you want a certain build, you know, certain attributes, whether it's DPS, tank healing, whatever, or you're looking through it for the wardrobe because you want to see if you can find a good look for the wardrobe. Oh, look at that guy. That looks kind of cool. But that's shotguns and elemental, I think. Ooh. Pistols and blades. I don't know. Damn, I kind of want to go pistols and fists, but I'm not seeing pistols and fists. That's blades and a magic. Shotgun and hammer. That's kind of cool looking. Hammer and chaos focus. This is the build that Mind Fiend's trying to work towards, only he's playing female, so it's a little bit different, but I mean the look of it. It's the same build or whatever. Hammer and blade. I have no idea what that one is. Oh. I think this is for if you've got everything. If you've maxed out your character, got all of the abilities and everything, you can pick and choose everything, you get this little Tron looking guy. Well, not guy, you just get the clothes, that's what I mean. Trickster. Oh, we've been at that one. See, I don't know, I don't know if there's one that uses pistols and claws or even pistols and blood magic. So I don't know if I'd ever even get a cool outfit, at least not for a while. That's pistols and shotguns. Assault rifles and a magic. That's the fists and blood magic. Oh, so that would be really a healer defense guy. No wonder he looks kind of like a rogue. Blades and fists. Rifles and shotguns. I don't know, that's kind of crazy. I wonder, can I... No. I thought maybe I'd be able to search through the decks based on the thing, but I don't... Oh, we can just use the arrows, that's cool. Pistols, blades, pistols, and some sort of magic. So I'll just look through here until I see if I can find what I'm looking for. Yeah, I am just looking through this for clothes, by the way. I just want to see if there's any kind of outfit for the pistols and fists or pistols and blood magic, whatever. There probably isn't. I'll probably have to, if I want to go for an outfit, I'll probably have to go to a different type of build. That's another thing. I'm glad I haven't made my series yet because this is another consideration is what kind of character I want to do. And I guess another thing is it's not necessary for me to go for one of these decks because I'll get them eventually if I stay long enough in this game and start leveling up everything. But I probably won't be in this game that long. But um, oh, this is cool. It tells you recommended for each one. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not seeing one for the ones I want to do. That might be something to go towards. Maybe pistols and blades, but I don't know. Then again, there's not going to be much for in the way of healing, I don't think. Hmm. Oh, I could go for this one. What's this? Chaos Focus and the Fists. The Fists would provide the healing. Chaos Focus provides um what does Chaos Focus provide? I don't remember. I think it's tanky stuff because the blood magic provides the healing and the I think the elemental provides DPS sort of stuff, so I could be a healer tank type. It's really a shame they don't have an outfit for every combination, but it doesn't look like they really do. Ooh, blood magic and fists. Wasn't there another one that was fists and blood magic? Wasn't that the rogue one? Rogue looking guy at the hood and stuff? Hmm. But maybe that one's more of a basic build and this one's more elite, looks like. I don't know. Oh, that guy looks cool. Elementalism and shotguns. Pistols and blades. Yeah, they don't exactly have what I'm looking for. Hmm. It's a bit of a shame. Oh well, that's the decks for you. You don't obviously have to go with one of these. You can build whatever it is you want to build. That's the beauty of this game. But if you, like I said, if you go towards one of these builds here, you get the outfit that's shown in here. Um, so that gives you a goal. Plus, it's I think these decks are tried and true sort of builds that people have gone through, or the devs have gone through, or whatever, that know that work. Whereas if you go with something else that's not in one of these decks, it could be a hit or miss. You know, you'd have to come up with your own custom sort of deals. So I don't know. This one looks pretty cool. This one looks like the basic build, and then that other guy that we saw that had fists and the blood magic looks like that one was more of an elite build. So you would build up to this one first, for example, get rewarded with this first, and then you would continue to, if you continued down that path, you would eventually get to that other guy's outfit. That's kind of cool. I wonder what this is. Mix of fists and blood magic to dominate opponents in close. The abilities tend to focus on one opponent at a time and emphasize damage over time effects. Enemies will feel the blows long after they've been delivered. The Cage Master can also recover quickly in battle, making use of healing abilities to stay strong in the late rounds. God, I don't know. I kind of want I want, what is it, area of effect or whatever? AoEs, and that guy doesn't really provide it, which is a shame. What's this guy's description? The Maverick has never asked for anything from anybody. This is a well-rounded professional who primarily uses pistols to focus on one enemy at a time. The blade is there to finish the job and for its strong defensive measures. If others get in the way of a one-on-one, the Maverick's self-supporting abilities ensure that things seldom get out of hand. And even if they do, there's a good dirty trick that allows for a rapid getaway. I wonder what the dirty trick is. So this is pistol stuff. Shootout. Business. Jumps up to 5 meters 5 times, hitting up to 6 enemies. A chain attack. Huh, that's interesting. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That's another thing. You can see what sort of, you can see the information in here, how many different points you'll need to get to the certain points and stuff. GT AoE. I wonder what GT means. 100 physical damage. Affected targets become hindered and rooted to the ground for 4 seconds. Targets also become weakened. That's kind of cool. But there's really, I don't know if there's much for healing. Coup de grace. Whenever an enemy dies with your pistol resources remaining, up to 6 friends in a 5-meter radius around that enemy are healed for 39. So, if an enemy dies, and you're with a group of friends, and you still have pistol resources, up to 6 friends in the 5-meter radius of you will heal for 39 automatically. That's kind of cool. Whenever you penetrate, you gain a heal over time effect that heals for 10 every second for 5 seconds, so for 50. Whenever you penetrate. Enemies direct damage dealt by pistol abilities, or increases direct damage dealt by pistol abilities 10%. You gain a single attack. Whenever you hit, you gain a single attack of a heal over time effect that heals for 1 every second per stack for 3 seconds. This effect can stack up to 4 times, so for 12 points altogether, 1 point heals for 1 every second for 3 seconds, so that's 3. And then you stack it by 4 times, so that would be 12. That doesn't seem like much of a heal, but that's lick your wounds for you, I guess. I don't know, this kind of looks like something I'd want to go for maybe, so maybe I'd switch it to pistols and blades instead of pistols and fists, but eh, it's more DPS than healing. I wish there was more decks to choose from. Looks like it might be a nice starter deck though. Pistols and hammer. Increases damage and healing done by resource consuming abilities by 7.5%. Is there any healing? Summons a drone that will follow the target around 5 seconds. Yeah. Get a lot of drones with this build, apparently. Fist and Chaos. Executioner gets their hands dirty with Fist and Chaos Magic melee. This deck is built around delivering a flurry of damage with many burst abilities that cascade damage over additional hits. Crowd control and fast movement abilities allow the Executioner to swiftly reprioritize targets and maintain the pressure. Hit rate boosting gear can be useful to ensure multiple attacks and avoid glances. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a lot more research than I originally thought I was going to have to do, apparently. And that's the elite build of that other one. Damn, so many things I could do. This is also pistol and blades. What is this one? This must be the more, again, elite build from the other one that we saw. Agile frontline fighter wielding blades and dual pistols. The deck revolves around using rapid focus attacks to set up a variety of damage over time effects. An effective paladin will use run and gun techniques to rapidly inflict and exploit the damage over time abilities. So that's a DPS character mainly, it sounds like. I don't know now, guys. I really don't. This whole thing about the deck's kind of screwed up my plans, because there's no pistols and fists and no pistols and blood magic, so... And I kind of want to go towards one of these decks, to be honest, because I'm so new to the game that I can trust these deck builds to know what they're doing, you know, and I don't know enough of the game to really, I don't think, feel comfortable going off on my own too much. So I'm gonna have to change my plans a bit. Destroying them from a distance. These increased chances will cause healing effects from Sweet Spot, Immortal Spirit, and Advantage Me to roll in, providing extra survivability. In addition, the critical chance increase will cause these healing over time effects to trigger empowerment, providing even more healing. Ooh. I don't really care for the outfit too much in this, but I do like the description of the build itself. I don't know if I'll ever use the outfit if I go for this build, but this is something that I'm actually looking towards. Be sure to have Sticky Drone active before engaging any enemies. Keep enemies away with dirty tricks, and shake and bake and keep moving to create distance. Turn the tables and can be used when your health gets low to provide additional healing. When acquiring gear for this build, be sure to include at least one talisman with health, one with heal rating, and the rest with attack rating. When applying glyphs, focus on hit rating and penetration rating to deal more damage. Extra glyphs can add a critical rating, as that will help trigger many of this build's passive effects. So maybe I should go with pistols and shotguns? I never considered that, but at least I get to keep my pistols. Whenever you apply Hindered, you gain the minor critical chance effect, which increases your critical chance by 10% for 8 seconds. Let's see if there's something that does Hindered. Ah, this one does. If any affected target is hindered, you gain 2 resources for your secondary weapon. Well, that's cool, I guess. So if I use that, which one is that for? Well, that's pistols. And then this one will be activated, because hindered would be applied. So you get a boost to critical chance, looks like. That's cool. Out for a kill. This is for shotgun. Enemies who are killed shortly after being hit will grant you a beneficial effect for 8 seconds, which increases the penetration chance of your attacks from manifestations, turrets, mines, or drones by 10%. Which will help us because apparently we're going to have drones. Shake and bake. This is for pistols. It's a column dash. Dash forward 10 meters, affecting up to 6 enemies in a 6-meter wide column along the way. So this would allow you, if you get surrounded or face a lot of enemies, to bash through them and out the other side. It's a column attack. And they also become hindered, which means that this also becomes affected again. Turn the tables. A self-heal that heals for 642. This value is not affected by your healing power or any other healing increasing effects, so you can just use this to heal yourself in the middle of combat, I guess. But it takes 35 seconds to recharge, so you gotta be careful about when you use it, I suppose. This is a sticky drone. Summons a drone that will follow you around for 40 seconds. You gain beneficial effect that causes the next 2 attacks against you to backfire, causing the attacker to become hindered and rooted to the ground for 4 seconds. So if you set this off right as you're getting into combat, then the first 2 attacks against you will make the enemy hindered, which will again start that up. Dirty tricks, we went over this before. Deals damage, the enemy becomes hindered, also can become weakened. And it can stack up to 10 times, apparently. Ooh. But it takes 25 seconds to recharge, looks like. Beanbag rounds. Whenever you apply Hindered, you gain the minor penetration chance effect, which increases your penetration chance by 15%. So this is all going to be affecting by Hindered. Whenever an enemy gets hindered by our attacks, Hot Hit is active. That one gets active. You gain 31 health each time you critically hit. Woo! Then you'd have to be working on... You kind of want to have gear that has good critical hit chance, because every time you critically hit, you'd get health from that. That'd be cool. Whenever you critically hit, you also gain a heal over time effect. Healing for every 10 seconds for 5 seconds. So that's 50 points of health every time you critically hit. So on top of critically hitting for the 31 health from this, you gain another 50 each time. And this is a heal over time. And this one's instant, so that's building up now. Whenever you penetrate, you gain a heal over time effect that lasts for 10 seconds. So whenever you penetrate, you get a heal. And what was this one over here? Your penetration chance goes up every time you're hindered. So when you're hindered, your penetration chance goes up. You penetrate more. When you penetrate more, you get healing over time. Whenever you critically hit, you gain a beneficial effect that increases your movement speed by 10% for 5 seconds. Whenever you hit a target when you are moving, you also perform an additional hit, dealing 6 physical damage to the target. So if I'm running around and I shoot as I'm running, I get an extra 6 damage on the target. That's kind of cool. So it doesn't... I guess... I don't know if there are any penalties for running around while you're hitting things. I don't think there are, but if there are, then this would help kind of counter against that, I guess. Whenever a heal over time effect critically hits, the target is healed for 46. Whenever a heal over time effect critically hits, the target is healed for 46. So I'm guessing if one of these heal over times ends up as a critical heal, then you get an additional 46 damage healed. This is sounding more and more like the kind of build I wanted to do. I didn't think it was gonna I didn't think my character was gonna end up with pistols and shotguns, or end up in jeans and a leather jacket at some point. Which, by the way, I like this picture here where it's jeans and a leather jacket. The build you use is pistols and shotguns, but the weapon that the guy's holding in the picture is a knife. Because that makes sense. But this would be an elite build that we end up going after, I suppose, if that's the case. I wonder if there's a startup build for pistols and shotguns. There's got to be, right? That's assault rifles and shotguns. Shotguns and some magic. Nope, there isn't one, I guess. That's kind of lame. Right, well... I guess maybe we would have to work towards pistols and shotguns. It'd be a while before we got to this build, though, because most of these abilities are the elite ones. Like we'd have to get all of these pistol abilities before we could even start getting these. There's one hammer here, which means we would have to build up all of the hammer stuff before we could get to that. Same with the fists. We have to build up all of the fists before we could get to that. There's only a couple shotgun abilities though. So really, we could, since this looks like it's mainly a pistol build, we could go with pistols and then any of these that we wanted, really. The only trouble with this build here is that you literally have to build up your entire melee thing, like all of these. That would take a long time. Because well, you'd have to at least build up these two. I guess this one not necessarily so much. But you would have to build up these two because you need to get this and this. Pistols I'm going to max out anyway, whatever I build, because I'm pretty sure pistols are going to be my weapon I'm definitely going to have no matter what character I do. So this shouldn't be a problem, but the rest of these are going to be a pain. And then I only need the one here from the shotgun, but I got to build up the whole thing so I can unlock to get down to this one. Ugh. Well, that's going to be definitely an elite end goal kind of build. So I guess if we're going to build up to this, then the more basic or starter build we should go towards is something with pistols, since this elite build is going to have pistols primarily, looks like. So question is, which starter one's going to be good for pistols? Looks like Maverick. Now this is an outfit I don't mind wearing. I think I'd look pretty cool in that, so we might go with that. And we needed at least one ability over here. I don't remember which one it was, but we needed at least one ability over here for that other build anyway. So if we had to build these up here and build up the pistols, and we are going to need ability from a fist over here for that other thing anyway, so I think this is probably what we would go towards, which means our first weapons would be pistol and blade instead of pistol and fist or pistol and blood magic, so that's good to know. I didn't expect that, but looking into more of these decks and stuff, that's really something to consider. I'm glad I got that feedback. I didn't even really consider these decks, but like I said, I do kind of want to just follow one of these because I'm so new to the game. I don't really know the details on all the abilities and stuff, and so I think going with one of these builds would help sort of just naturally make everything work together, and that would be good. I like synergy like that. Plus we get a cool outfit, and this starter pack, it really looks like it's going to get some of the same sort of stuff as the elite build that we're going to go after later. It looks like it's in the same direction, even though it uses pistols and blades for some reason. Looks like it only uses one blade attack, and the rest is all pistols and oh no, this is a blade deal too, I guess. This is a defensive attack though. This isn't a An attack, this is a defensive, like, buff, I should say, not attack, but... Okay, so we'll have to go with blades, and I think that's going to be the plan, guys. We'll work towards the Maverick deck to start with, which is pistols and blades, and then we will, once we have that, we'll end up working towards the elite, what is it? That one, Desperado, with the pistols and the shotguns. I think that'll be a decent progression because they follow along the same lines. Let's see, Maverick. Yeah, you can kind of see how the abilities switch around, but having this means we'll open up all of the... We'll have the pistols already open because we'll be building it in here anyway. We'll have the blades opened. We'll have the fists probably getting opened. I don't know how elementalism will work in that other build. Let's see. Nope, we won't need the elementalism part, but whatever. The only trick I think is going to be, I don't know, like hammers. We're going to have to invest a lot just to get one ability from the hammers, but whatever. I think that's going to have to be the plan. Although, even when we get the Desperado build, if we do succeed at that, I think I'm probably still going to wear the Maverick outfit. I like the Maverick outfit a little bit more. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm just judging them based on the picture here. They might look better in the game itself. But I think that's probably the plan here, based on the builds that are available. I mean, this might be an option too, since we're going to have hammers opened up for that one elite build anyway. We might be able to get this. In fact, I know we'll be able to get this. When we work on that other build, we'll end up getting the Crusader anyway, because even if the elite build needs a thing from over here, we're going to have this opened up anyway, so it won't take much to get these two anyway. We'll probably have to get them to get down to this, whatever one we needed over here anyway. Let's see, Crusader. Yeah, see, this one's the next one there. I'm pretty sure we have to get these to get down to here anyway. So we'll end up getting Crusader along the way and getting this Desperado anyway, so that'll be another thing to work towards. So I think what the plan is, we'll start with the Maverick, and once we've got the Maverick, we'll work towards Crusader, because that'll work on the elite builds, or the elite abilities that we have to get towards. And after that, we'll pick up what the odds and ends abilities here for the Desperado, for the elite build. I think that'll work, guys. And this will provide me with DPS and the healing, which I both wanted. And it'll provide defense and stuff too. What does Crusader do? We know what the Maverick and the other guy does. Crusader's pistols and hammer chew through weakened targets. This deck involves debuffing a target and then loading a string of critical hits, feeding into further debuffs and continuing the loop. This is the longer a Crusader stays focused on a target, the more damage they inflict with each attack. As the Crusader works best uninterrupted, pistol drone abilities offer extra damage and a root effect to slow repositioning. So yeah, they all work together. I kind of like the synergies behind that. Plus the outfit here looks pretty awesome. You gotta admit, this looks pretty cool. This is like a natural step up from the Maverick. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. I really do like the Maverick outfit the best out of all three of these. But that is pretty cool with the Templar insignia and everything on there too. So I think that's going to be the plan, guys. So rather than what I was going to go with, which was pistols and blood magic, or pistols and even the fists, I think what we'll go for is, like I said, the Maverick, and that'll transition into the Crusader eventually. And then we'll pick up the odds and ends after that to get the Desperado. At least I hope that works. I mean, that sounds like a sound plan to me. It looks to me like that's the most efficient sort of um, outline for the builds that I would be going for anyway. Because all three of these builds use the pistols. Um, and then it's just extensions from there for the various things. The Maverick opens things up that we need to open anyway, so it's not so much of a waste of time in a lot of things. And then the Crusader um, works on the stuff that we're going to be going for with the final elite one anyway. Alright, so I think we got that sorted out. I'm happy with that. It's a different change of plans from what I originally thought of, but hey, I do appreciate the feedback about the decks, because that gives me some kind of direction where I'm a newbie and I have no real personal direction on this, you know. So I think we'll go with that, guys. So I found this research, I guess, very informative for me personally. I don't know, maybe it bored you guys to tears since we weren't really doing anything, just looking at abilities, but hey, this is all preparations, behind the scenes work, so whatever. It's not part of the official series, so there you go. Anyways, I'm the Good Old Gamer. This has been more Steamed, High and Dry, more part 2, I guess, into the secret world, doing some research. We've got a good starting idea of what we're going to take our build now. And so, yeah, I think we've got a good direction. So, I'm pretty sure we can actually start the series from here now that I know where I want to take this character. At least to begin with. I mean, it all depends on how long I play in this game, how long I stay in this game, to where we can go. Because, again, you can theoretically, if you play long enough in this game, max out every ability, get every outfit. You even get a bonus outfit if you do. So, but we got to start somewhere, right? So it's good to have a good direction, good plan, good eye on things. So that's what we're going to do, I guess. Stay tuned for more next time. Bye-bye for now.